Hi all, and welcome back to this channel and our kayaking adventures. Hope you're all doing well during this pandemic that's going on. We're on our way to the Simpson River access, which is access to the French Broad River. We're going to be dropping off the wife's car there, then we're going to the Island Ford, which is where we took out last week when we kayaked with Zorentech. Last week we did 10 miles, and so this week we plan on doing another 10 miles. So this will be 20 miles of the French Broad River we've kayaked from the headwaters. Our plan is to kayak pretty much from the headwaters up into Riverside Park, which is in Woodfin, along with our river cleanups, if they get to start those back up with this pandemic that's going on. I don't know if we'll be indoors for another month, another 3 months. I hope it's not another 3 months. After the drop car was parked at Simpson Park and the kayaks were unloaded at Island Ford River Access, we were ready to get started on the second leg of this French Broad River adventure. The Island Ford River Access is located on Island Ford Road just outside the city of Brevard in North Carolina. The access includes a series of steps leading down to the river. The park is approximately 10 miles downstream from Champion Park River Access, which we kayaked from last week, and 10 miles upstream from Simpson Park, which is our destination for today. We launched at 11 a.m. The temperatures were in the low 60s. I had a light jacket on, and I figured I'd be taking it off sometime during this trip as the temperature rised. There was also a nice steady river current to help push us downstream. The trees were still bare, the water was fairly clear. Today was also the first day of trout season, which is why Zorentech wasn't with us on this trip. I expected to see a few people out on the river trying to get their first catch of the season. There are quite a number of downed trees and overhanging trees along this section of the river. There is also quite a bit of erosion on the banks. The river is very winding and narrow compared to the sections in Nashville that we are familiar with. This has been a very interesting journey so far. I wonder how populated this area gets when the weather warms up and summer is in full effect. This, so far, is a very peaceful and relaxing area. Up ahead, river left, I noticed a large item in a strainer. It looked to be a canoe. I floated toward it to get a better look and to see what kind of condition it was in. Based on the amount of accumulated dirt, it looked like it had been there a while. It wasn't going to be an easy task to free it. There were heavy branches holding it in place. The hull had a fairly large dent in it. I knew there was no way I was going to be able to tackle freeing it alone. I didn't have a saw with me to cut down some of the large branches. It's a shame Zorentech wasn't here. I think between the both of us, we might have freed it. Of course, ferrying it another 8 miles down the river would have also been a challenge. As we continued down the river, I spotted a fallen tree almost blocking our path. Fortunately, there was just enough room to go under it on river right. I also spotted what appeared to be the frame from an old truck bed on the bank of the river. It looks like it was there a while.
Up ahead, our path was blocked. There was no going under this down tree. We were going to have to figure out a way around it. I scanned both sides of the river, and the banks were just not accessible to portage around it. I decided we would need to go over top it. I docked my kayak, disembarked onto the tree, so I could help Miss Kayak 7 Seas get across. After crossing the obstacle, we were back on our way. We still had a ways to go, and we were enjoying the peace and quiet. As we neared the end of this 10-mile paddle, I thought back to myself just how enjoyable this section was. It was so quiet and peaceful. We didn't see anyone else on the river. I'm sure the weather and the coronavirus had a lot to do with it. For us, it was a nice break from quarantining at home. I think kayaking is one of the best ways to social distance and have company around you. You have to keep your distance in order to paddle. We get to enjoy the sun and the calmness of being on the water. We have now completed 20 miles of the French Broad River starting from the headwaters. We have already planned out the next 10 miles of this trip. We'll put in here at Simpson Park and paddle 10 miles to Penrose Boating Access area. Watch for that video coming soon. I hope you enjoyed following us on our adventure. Thank you for watching this video. Join Team Kayak 7 Seas by subscribing to this channel. Check us out both on Facebook and Instagram. Leave a comment below and tell me what you thought of this trip. Hope you all are staying healthy, and I hope to see you out on the water someday.